Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I am doing a lot of food things here. There's always a lot of food things going on here because we've got a lot of people eating. And we try to eat healthy, and in order to eat healthy with a lot of people, sometimes you end up, I guess you could buy a lot of convenience foods, but I try not to. So you end up having to do a lot of things in your kitchen that make it a mess. Let me show you what I've done today. I happen to have some time today. I was home with some kids not feeling good, and I had a little help in holding a baby. And so I got a lot of things done today throughout the day that just take like a little bit of time, and then you wait a little bit, and then you come back and do a little more and wait a little bit. So that's basically making bread. I got 4 loaves made right away this morning. Then another 4 loaves made. Then I made some buns. I've got 12 here, and then 12 are in the oven right now. This is all the same dough recipe that I use. Oh, and ignore that stained towel. Those are rising a little more. And then I've got 2 more, which would be another 4 loaves of bread, but I'm gonna do something a little different with them. That dough's getting ready. And then while I was waiting for all of that, I made a big pile of Brussels sprouts. We've eaten some of them. Before it was a huge, much bigger pile. And then I also made up a ton of rice. This was 8 cups of uncooked brown rice, and I just got it all cooked in the pressure cooker at once and have it bagged up, ready to go to the fridge. If we don't get that eaten within a week, we'll just throw it in the freezer about 5 days if I can tell we're not eating it enough. And then we can just pull it out of the freezer, pour boiling water over it, and it's ready instantly. So I love that. Helpful to have that done ahead of time. And I also made a big batch of granola to fill up all of these. I have some yogurt, homemade yogurt in the fridge, so that'll give us some good breakfast this week. Have the granola too. That's just a lot of things to get my week started right, to have some healthy meals last minute. Oh, thank you. VeggieTales book. Again, I'll read it again. But we've got some other things I'm going to show you that are happening around here. I've brought you out to my lovely garage to show you my extra fridge. 2 extra freezers. And they're really full right now. We have to work on them. In fact, this one's not closing well, which it's been very, very cold, so it doesn't matter. But it's warming up this week, so we need to do something about this situation. I think what's happening is it's not very organized right now. If it was a bit more organized, it would fit things more. Plus I can pull out some meat for the week, which will help a lot. And I also want to pull out some, ooh, it's gross. Don't look at that. I can also pull out some things to can. Right, Seth? Oh, you want to shut it? Oh, we're done with that. He's like, let's move on, Mom. I think over here we have some roast beefs. I want to try canning, ooh, it's bad down there too. I want to try canning some stewed beef, and I've seen several of you guys talk about it, so I thought that would be awesome for convenience wise to have, and it would also help our meat stretch farther. Oh, he's really working against me here. If we eat a roast beef, we need more meat, so everybody gets a big chunk of meat. But if we cut it up and make it stewed beef, then we can make it go a lot farther, because we're putting it in meals, like especially a lot of the African type meals we make, Asian meals. They just make the meat go a lot farther than eating it. I don't know if I'm oversimplifying, but when you eat it the American way that we tend to eat it, it's like a big piece of meat. So like a lot of Americans, I think, eat like a chicken breast for dinner with vegetables and a starch on the side. But we tend to take that chicken breast a lot of times and put it in a stew or put it in a curry or something like that, and it makes the meat go a lot farther. So same with the roast beef. If we're just eating it like a pot roast with potatoes and carrots on the side, then the kids want a big piece of meat. But if we make it into stewed beef, we can make the meat go a lot farther, and everybody still feels like they got significant meat, and it works out like that. So seeing several of you talk about canning stewed meat, I've been watching videos, trying to educate myself. Even though I've canned a number of things now, it's still a learning process. Every time you do something new, whoop, something fell out. Ooh, thank goodness it missed Seth. Wow, things are just falling out of here. Oh, did that knock into your foot? I'm so sorry. Guess we're gonna cook that chicken today. I think it's chicken breasts, I'm not sure. Or we're gonna thaw it. Oh, thank you. Boy, you're strong, man. All right. Thank you. So that is the plan, I guess. I'm pulling out some meat. I guess we'll use those chicken breasts for dinner this week. Also get things thawing. That'll relieve some room in my freezer. It's just the beginning of the month and it's full, but I want to be able to find things. We need to be a little more organized. What I'd really like to do is pull out every single thing and put all the berries together and all the frozen vegetables together and all the chicken together, but I don't think I have time for that today. A lot of the reason this is very full right now is, well, we buy a whole cow at a time, and last time we got like 1.5, I think, which is great. It is so helpful right now with meat prices. It's really saving us. And it also allows us to eat steak here and there and different things like that. But we have some of the odd cuts left. Those odd cuts are taking up some space, and it's making it harder to find like the ground beef I need. Things like that. Found some tongue. Wonder how long that'll stay in here.
These are necessary, essential.
Do you want to cook up some tongue this week?
Oh no.
Beef tongue?
No.
I saw somebody do it on Instagram recently. They do it and they made it really good. I don't know.
But I just don't know. I've never, well, not never. I actually have tried it. I wasn't the biggest fan.
Oh, you weren't?
No, not that.
Do a picture of you? Oh, Lord, he wants the camera.
But they make it.
Okay, I think I need you in this freezer, giving me some beef ideas for making stewed meat.
Can we get kids out of here then?
They're helpful. So.
No.
Look at how helpful he is.
He thinks he is.
He's like, we're having salmon this week. Guess it's ending up being a reorganization project that we didn't want. Solo, I found the girls in your car. If any of your settings are changed, not me.
The one I don't trust the most there is Seth.
Oh yeah.
Because he thinks he knows what I do.
Yeah, he's inside right now.
He's overconfident. Huh?
He's inside right now.
He's overconfident.
Okay, got a lot of ground beef out. That will help. I'm gonna can that up. I think I got 14 pounds here, which is about what my pressure canner will take at once. Got some ground beef for a meal this week, and then some chicken for a meal this week, and then I got these roasts that I will try to make into stewed beef. One of them, some of it's ground steak, I think. So we'll use some for a meal this week, and then I'll try to can some as an experiment. So definitely helped our freezers. They closed better. And we'll eat veggies and fruit out of it right away too, which will help this week. So we definitely need to reorganize the freezers. It would help a lot.
Yeah.
But it's a project for another day with more time.
Yeah, you know what's weird? I have it usually organized. And oh, hey, you need help? You want me to read the book?
We have it normally organized, but then when we add groceries, like if we have too much chicken for this area, it won't fit. Yeah. You know what it is though? Normally we do a freezer challenge like once a year at least. And it's been 2 years. After
2020, we haven't been courageous enough to do.
No. And so usually we kind of clean it all out and then start afresh. And I think that's what we're seeing.
Yeah, I need to spend time and reorganize.
Yeah, it'll help.
Yeah.
It'll make it a lot easier when we're digging for dinner.
I think we've stored a little bit more stuff than we normally would.
We have. Should we get another freezer?
I have no problem. The only problem I have, where would we put it? In the driveway?
Yeah.
Feels like there's no
Feed the neighbors.
I don't know where we would put it.
We are out of space. We've even talked a little bit about a freeze dryer. A little. I don't know where we'd put it, honestly. It would take up valuable space here. We're pushing our limits. We have a big house, but
the problem is, we need a new freezer. Okay, let's buy a new house for the new freezer to go.
We don't need a new house for a new freezer.
Yeah.
But we don't have like a lot of extra storage space. Our garage is very full, and freeze dryers, I don't want it in my kitchen. I've heard they're loud and annoying that way. So like a lot of people put them in garages and stuff like that. I don't have a big storage room. We don't have room in our storage room for a freezer by any means. So we just make do with what we got. That's what we do. Came out here where it's quieter, but I wanted to tell you that just pulling out that meat goes such a long way in prepping for the week for meals. Having thawed meat in the afternoon when I finally think about dinner, I mean, or even the morning, sometimes because we eat a lot of meat because we're a lot of people, it's hard to thaw meat by dinner time if I just pull it out in the morning. So it helps a lot to pull it out for the week. I pulled out ground beef, stewed beef, chicken, and then the fish I'll just pull out the day we're eating it. That's not a big deal. It thaws really fast. And then we'll have vegetarian one night, maybe 2. That might be it, but we have like sausage if we need another meal. That will thaw fast. So the first few nights we'll eat those meals that have meat thawed for them. and the meat won't go bad because we'll eat it up in the next few days. That's gonna be a huge help to my week. It's a good way to start the week. A lot of bread, some brown rice ready to go, thawed meat.
What a mess. Say, what a mess. Oh, messy.
Smelling so good in here.
Oh, yeah.
For my last double batch of bread, I made the pizza rolls. This is gonna be a fast, easy lunch for tomorrow. I'm letting them rise again. And then I made a batch of cinnamon rolls.
That makes more sense. Like,
This will be a fast, easy breakfast later on in the week. We'll just chop it up, either stick it in the microwave. We don't have a toaster oven, or we could stick it in the oven, the slices for a second to warm them up. Yummy, easy, somewhat healthy, I guess, right? I was supposed to tuck in the edges of these to keep it in, but that didn't happen, but I don't think we'll lose too much. The buns, the rolls, the bread was all made from the same basic bread recipe. I'll post it down below. I've shared it before from Sue Becker, I think, and they gave me permission to share it. It is so good, but it's for freshly ground flour. So we have this mill that we ground our flour with. I ground a whole lot of flour today to do all of that, and then I froze the leftover that I had ground, and we'll use that to bake with, like if the kids make cookies this week or brownies or something. However, if you have regular flour and you have a basic bread recipe that you like, my dad uses basic, he does not grind his own flour, and he uses my bread recipe for with his flour, and he loves it. So I will say that. But you can use, and he also does like I do, he makes the dough and lets the first rise happen in the bread machines and then bakes it in the oven. But you can use the same concept for whatever bread recipe to do the rolls. And it's a whole meal. It's a whole meal. For us, the 2 rolls would be a whole meal for the kids. So maybe with some sides, but it's nice and easy. I'm going to let those rise to about double the size, and then I'll bake the cinnamon one for about 35 minutes, the pizza one for about 25 minutes, and I'll try to show you the end result and at least pictures at the end of this video. I have a baby crying. Judah's helping me with her, but I'm gonna go take care of her. I am gonna show, a lot of you asked for my dad's cornbread recipe. She's fine, she just wants mommy, and I'm gonna go help her out. But my dad made a really good cornbread when Judah was down there in Florida, and he did film the whole thing. Judah filmed the whole thing. So I'm gonna attach that next because so many of you asked for that recipe. It looked really good. I'm gonna have to try it myself. And then I'll show you pictures of these bread rolls at the end. Thank you guys for following today. I am going to do some canning and stuff this week still, and I'll show you that maybe the end result next week. I'm not confident enough to show you my canning. But I'll do more meal prepping. I'm gonna show you some breakfasts and dinners breakfasts and lunches that we're doing as well, coming up on these Saturday food videos. But today you get a new recipe from my dad. Guys, we'll talk to you later. Thank you for watching, and he's up next.
So these are the swimmin' butter biscuits that I saw somebody do on TV, and this is a great recipe. Okay, here it is. If you're writing it down, 2.5 cups of flour, 2 teaspoons of salt, 4 teaspoons of sugar, 4 teaspoons of baking powder. Mix that all up real good. Then pour in 2 cups of buttermilk, cold buttermilk. Mix it all together. In the meantime, melt 1 stick of butter. Put it in an 8x8 pan, the melted butter, and pour the batter in on the pan. Stick it all in, and it'll all float around. In a preheated oven. In a preheated oven, and before you put it in the oven, score it, like I said, into 9. Yeah, ahead of time. And then put it in the oven, 450 degrees at about 25, 27 minutes. That took this oven, and it comes out looking like this. And these, you can tell how buttery these are. So look at this. Let's just see.
Yeah, give Judah one. You guys take some.
No, him and I are gonna have a half.
I don't know if
the rest are yours.
I don't know if you can tell on the camera, but it's all buttering up, and you can see the.
It looks lovely.
Cook through, Jerry.
Yeah, I think it does. We'll see.
There. Hey. We're watching the chef here do his deal.
I want to see. Oh,
does he bring you food up here a lot?
Huh? Yeah, he does bring us food.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I'm getting all the inheritance that we were just talking about.
Jerry brings me homemade bread all the time.
And they invite us down there for dinner, so we get to eat down there. I don't have to cook holidays anymore. Not ever holidays anymore. So.
You got a perfect deal then.
I got a perfect deal.
As near perfect as you can get.
Yeah. For old people, we're okay. I wouldn't mind going in a retirement home.
There you go. Just go ahead and have them cook you a meal every day. I need a little plate. That's all I need. Unsalted butter. It's a little salty for my taste, but it's not bad. Dad, take that.
Thank you. Oh, look at here.
Oh, that's really
fresh
good.
Out of the oven.
You put some butter in. There is butter. You put some jam on it.
Wonderful.
You like it?
That's good.
Oh my God.
Did you feel your legs getting longer?
You're right, it is a little salty.
Do you have leg cramps ever?
A little bit, not really.
We used to call them growing pains.
Well, I don't struggle.
So look, don't use salted butter, use unsalted butter. It's a little too salty.
Or use salted, but don't add salt.
Or don't add salt,
Yeah.